You're listening to The Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
Woo! We just heard some band picks. Iron Maiden. It came. What was it? Came somewhere in time.
Caught somewhere in time.
Caught somewhere in time. You just told me somewhere in time. You fuckers. Fear Factory, Demanufacture, and Nocturnus Aquatica. I am Luke O'Blaze with Morgan Danielle, sitting here with Biomimic. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and what you do in the band? Now they're yours.
I guess I'll start it off. I'm Scott Viper, and I am the vocalist / keyboardist. I make all the weird sounds.
I'm Alexander Ho.
We're not prepared for this!
This is just introductions.
Right,
We've got 2 hours
We're
to.
just going to get crazier and crazier.
Rage quit.
But yeah, my name's Alexander Ho, and I play guitars and scream.
Hi, my name is Max Velotion. I play guitars, and I sometimes sing, and sometimes it sounds like screaming, and sometimes I intentionally scream.
That's a Russian for you.
He brings the comedic factor of the band.
I'm Joe. I'm the crazy percussionist of the band. I make weird beats, and I make them sound good.
Absolutely.
I'm Tony. I play bass.
Always bass player last, you guys.
We save the best for last, is what it is.
Right.
I'm Tony.
like
I play bass.
Right, I like Murderface.
No.
Tell us a little bit about Biomimic. Your name is very unique. What does Biomimic mean?
That's a good question because I never was told.
He's been waiting for an answer for a while. But,
Well, the thing is that when we first created this band, we had the absolute hardest time naming it, and we went through names like Primordia and just.
What was the worst one?
Oh, that was mine actually. Unicorn Magic Power Hour.
What? And you didn't go with that?
No,
They weren't Nintendo powered music.
That's
No.
super unique.
Ronnie James Dio just died a year earlier, so we thought this might be a disrespect to
out of
him.
respect, yeah. So maybe in a
What
couple
was it?
years we'll rename ourselves.
What was it? Unicorn.
Unicorn Magic Power Hour.
That is respect for
That's
Dio right
awesome.
there.
I would, if I was in the band, I'd be like, done. That's the name.
There you go.
Moving on.
All right. Well, Biomimic is the one that we settled on, and then it's much easier to write and spell than
And it's not taken.
Unicorn.
Yeah.
You have no idea how many sci-fi metal band names are already taken. I scoured the depths of the internet trying to find cool
Yeah, right.
phrases.
Unicorn Magic Power
So
would not
what
have
is
been
Biomimic?
taken.
How do you-
Yeah, and if
It
you're
would not have been.
It will
absolutely.
be now though after this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the show, somebody's gonna be like, "Dude, we totally gotta name our band Unicorn Magic Power Hour."
Respect Dio, not yet.
But-
Too soon.
on a more serious note, I mean, don't we all want to know what is life? How did we get here?
It's about to get deep up
what
in here.
life is out there?
Your eyes just get so big.
How do we
He's really
like, how do-
excited.
How do we as sentient organic life forms go from
you need
you
to
know,
be a teacher.
exactly
Yeah.
go from cockroaches to sharks to duck-billed platypuses or whatever the fuck
Evolution is just not in the right order.
right? And notice that we're a very multi-ethnic, multiracial band as
Hold on,
well.
we already have a phone call.
So how,
Apparently,
Yeah,
apparently you
so how did that
have,
happen? How did one
Summon
human
somebody's
transform into all these?
interest.
yeah.
Hold on, Max.
It
You
sounds
got-
like
you
it
got
sounds
a
like
phone
somebody's dad. Also, for another band name, No Purpose Flower.
No purpose.
All right, patch them through. I
I
can't hear.
don't
I don't have
get the
headphones.
drift of that.
That sounds like a Chinese translation.
Hello, this is the Metal Experience. Who's this?
This is Paul.
Hi, Paul. How
Hi,
are you?
Paul.
Howdy, Paul, or
All
Pablo,
right.
or a Pavio, or whatever other European.
What's going on,
He's
guys?
just gonna give you a read.
What's the
Hey,
word, Paul?
Max,
Oh, hey, what's up?
can I get up? Oh!
Oh, dude, I know you. Wait a minute. Hey, Paul, wait a minute. What's your last name? I think I know you.
Don't get this out on air.
I'm
Yeah.
not on the air, man. I just wanted to hear, oh!
He wants to hear the Max Velotion scream. Is what he
Do it.
wants
Well, I'm
to
not
hear.
the vocalist, so I'm not gonna do that. And
Never stopped him before.
and not only do I want to not disrespect Dio, I also want to not disrespect Rob Halford and King Diamond as well.
Understood, man. You guys have a good night. Enjoy your time on the radio.
Thanks a bunch,
Well,
Paul.
we are, thanks to you.
Well, for anybody else that wants to call, it's 773-657-3341. Thanks for calling in, Paul, whoever you are. 773-657-3341. Great to hear from you. Everybody else, call in and ask the band questions or about Max's theory about evolution.
From cockroaches
But we still haven't
to sharks.
answered it. What does biomimic mean?
Biomimic, it's a two-word thing. It comes from biological mimicry. And essentially, when we were going through the name process, one of our songs kind of talks a little bit about that. And through that, it felt like it embodied what this band is the most, because when you look at our music and you listen to it, if you notice, we don't really stick with one genre. We play around quite a bit. We'll throw death metal and power metal in the same thing, and we do it in a way that's unique. And I think a lot of people can latch onto that. And with the name like a biological mimicry, it's almost like we're kind of doing an ode to all these different type of genres that we do. So when we said the name, it just kind of made sense that was what we ultimately wanted to use to kind of personify what the band is.
How did you guys all meet and decide that you were going to be a power metal, death metal, evolutionary?
Oh, that is a great story, actually. Me and Max, we were part of a band called Aggressor before. And that was a thrash metal band. We did that for a long time, played at a lot of great places like Ye Old Town Inn, which is still around. We love that place.
Yep.
And then me and Joe, the drummer, we were in another band called Death by Technology, which was a sci-fi metal band as well. And through time, those bands didn't quite make the transcends of time, basically. And then when Max brought up the idea of creating a metal band, that's when we put out a Craigslist ad. And this guy right over here, Alex, wrote probably the most interesting response I've ever received. He's like, "Oh, well, I'm from what was it, Toronto?
Toronto, yeah.
That's in Canada."
In brackets, just in case they didn't know.
In case that wasn't coming.
I had been in Chicago for 3 days. I was living out of my van at the time, and I didn't know any Americans really. So
Well,
I just
You mean your uncle's van?
my uncle's van, yes.
Well, nonetheless, he came in and just blew it out the park when it came to the audition. He was a phenomenal guitarist, really awesome guy. And then Tony, we found, I think, was it another Craigslist ad we found you on? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I put an ad on Craigslist, and then within a couple of hours, I'd say I had got a bunch of emails, and one person wouldn't leave me alone. It was Alex.
Very persistent.
So
Yeah.
I eventually came out and tried
Give
out.
me a place to live. I play.
Yeah.
I'm
He
living
wanted
out
to-
of my van.
He kept asking questions about the size of my car.
Right.
If I used it.
In parentheses. Yeah.
Man,
So you play bass, that's good, but what kind of car do you have? Where do you live? Can you accommodate me?
Right.
Do you have a spare
Can you
bedroom
fit
in your
my
house?
amp in your trunk?
Do you keep your hands warm?
Wait, so you came from Canada 3 days and you're finding Craigslist ads. What made you move to Chicago?
A year before, I had traveled around the United States playing music on the street, busking. I play classical guitar as well, and I really fell in love with Chicago when I visited through. And I knew a lot of my favorite bands are from Chicago, like Pelican, like that whole genre, really Yakuza. They're all kind of Chicago classic bands. So I knew there was a great metal scene here, and I wanted to, make some roots here. And first thing I do when I go anywhere is meet musicians, because they're a great way to get into the city and to.
So once you joined the band, did you crash with them for a place to live to help get on your feet? How did that work?
No, I was. I
Are
had
you
a-
still currently living in your van? Your uncle's van.
That van was the smelliest van I ever.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was so bad, and I asked my uncle why it smelled so bad, and he was like, "Oh, I did some groceries like 6 months ago. I forgot to take them out." So I don't like.
You
it
didn't
was-
find them in there?
It was so full of crap that I didn't even know that there was bags of chicken and like eggs and everything rotting in the back while I was driving this van around.
I thought he was going to say it smelled bad because you lived
No.
in there.
I thought there was.
it smells bad because you're living in it.
I thought you were gonna say it smells bad because he's from Canada. I expected a joke like that about.
Right. Well, so he just showed up, And I mean,
I'm here.
And look at this. And I'm always very skeptical as far as other guitarists, since I'm a guitarist myself. And
It's a territorial thing. He has to mark it by
Yeah,
peeing
right,
around
no.
his amp.
Exactly. Like right now, see, I'm spreading my pheromones on this guy. You know, my armpit's touching him. So, and I'm always really skeptical. I'm like, this guy better be
I love
really
watching
damn
Max
good.
talk.
So just like him. And I'm basically looking for another guitar nerd, and I'm also a classical guitarist. Now we're classical guitarists together.
Right.
Then he's pulling out all these jazz licks, and I'm like, all right, well, this is what I can do.
And actually, we have a nickname for these guys. We call them Foreign Supremacy.
It's their own band within a band.
We really
Well,
are.
yeah. Well, this guy's from Canada, and I'm originally from Russia, but that was like 1990. You know, yeah, that was exactly. I pretty much morphed into an American. You know, little by little.
After you got over your fear of toilets.
Yeah, right.
Okay, hold on, before we go anywhere. You missed this story, Luca.
Wait. You have a fear of
No,
toilets?
It's this dark hole in the ground. Wait.
Okay.
You gotta get some creepy music, Dave. Seriously, this is a scary toilet hole story that you need to
land
prepare yourself.
No, because
This is so weird.
Wait, so
This is so weird.
You moved to America in 1990. How old?
I would
how
be
old were you?
5 at the time, but no.
At the time,
At the
I
time.
was 5.
So I don't know how I am now. It's like 20 something years later.
That would put you
It
at
changes every
28.
year. 28, yeah.
It changes every year.
It
Here's what I'm
changes
saying. I
every
love
year.
it.
Exactly.
It changes everywhere. I can't keep up with
Thank
it.
God we got the great folks at the Metal Experience to do our math for us.
No, the only reason is because I have the same issue, and I am the same
constantly
age
have to
as you,
tell him.
apparently, and I always forget how old I
Apparently,
am.
you're
and
the same age. You are the same age.
apparently,
So we're the year of the bull. 2 Chinese guys like this, like Alex right here. Yeah.
He's Canadian. Okay, David. Where's that music?
Is there music going?
They got creepy music.
So the toilet story.
Okay, the toilet story. Okay. No. Okay. Because this was back in the Soviet era, right? This would be
my
late
God.
80s. Yeah. And I'm only saying this because Morgan was asking me about this just right before we went on
air.
air.
About the toilet, you just started talking about it. after you
Morgan
mentioned
just
you
walked
had
up.
conversations with the people on Craigslist.
But somehow somebody else brought up the topic of defecation. Somebody.
A common topic among us.
It is a very common topic among us.
All right, get to the story.
Okay, get to the story. I don't even think about this one often, but now that the conversation got this place. Okay, so when I was a little kid, going into a Soviet preschool, which is worse than like most American prisons. So anyway.
And you would know this because.
Well, because of the latest Schwarzenegger film. But anyway. Yeah, right. Yeah, that depicts prison pretty well. Well, anyway, so they made all us kids like piss or shit, whatever is applicable, in basically something that I would refer to as a semi-toilet. It's kind of a toilet because it does flush, but it's on the ground. It's like a hole in the ground that somehow flushes. Okay, I mean somehow.
Through the magic of Russia, it flushes.
I don't know. Maybe use some depleted uranium to power it somehow. I don't know. But anyway,
we hit all the Russian stereotypes while we're in the story, right?
No, but a lot of us kids were afraid to take a piss in there because we'd be afraid to fall in. And now,
wait, how big was this hole?
No, it was big. It was legitimately, it was big enough for a kid to fall through. So it wasn't not an irrational fear.
And you're supposed to sit on it on the floor?
Well, no, you're supposed to position yourself somehow so that your excrement just goes in there.
You have to jump over it while pooping?
No, you basically squat over it.
Aggressively squat? I like it.
Yeah, and for a long time, I'd be one of the kids that would refuse to go potty in the toilet.
I wouldn't blame you.
You can honestly disappear. It's basically a subterranean mouse room that us little kids could disappear in. I mean,
gave this guy a mic.
Soviet Russia, toilet flushes.
Faces you make are just so creepy.
I love the music. The music was a wise
right.
choice,
Oh,
by
yes.
the way.
I mean,
That's Unicorn Magic Power Hour.
nowadays, if anyone here witnessed this, you think that it's some kind of like weird weird, like a weird torture ritual of little children. It's some occult shit right there.
I like how you said that you're a kindergarten and it resembled a prison. Oh.
Okay, with that, I think it's a good time to introduce the world to some Biomimic music. What is the first track you want to play off of the EP that you so nicely wrapped in paper?
The Origami EP, yes. I believe the first track on there is Hollow Earth, you guys?
It is.
It is, okay.
Track 1, 0, 0.
Yeah.
Wait, how is that not the title of the album? Origami. What would you call it? The Origami album?
EP, yeah.
That should just be the.
It's very creative.
The Origami EP. That sounds fucking awesome, actually.
Done.
Well,
right,
it's because
well,
we
then-
didn't use the name Unicorn Magic Power Hour.
Ah.
Use that name, Origami EP would have made total sense. But
Sure. All right.
yeah.
listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we are back. We are sitting here with the band Biomimic, and very rare, but we have a full band in here today, all 5 guys. And we just heard your first song off of this nicely wrapped EP, self-titled Hollow Earth was the name of that song. So tell us a little bit, who wrote the lyrics to that?
The lyrics was a little bit more of a cooperative type of thing between me and Max. Max is the guy who kind of has a lot of the ideas. He's very deep into the conspiracies of the world. The actual
As
the
you would
toilet conspiracy.
the toilet conspiracy, yes.
Hollow Earth is about that hole in the
She beat
Well,
me to
she
it.
she got us.
Damn it, I'm taking words and
might
thoughts
sound
out
like
of
it,
his
but it
head
is
and he
not.
hasn't talked.
No, the theory of Hollow Earth is that beneath the Earth itself, in the center of it, there is a ancient alien civilization that humanity has not yet been able to get to, basically. And
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, where did you find this theory?
The Hollow Earth theory is a pretty common talk amongst people who study hidden knowledge.
there's
Yeah, look it up.
There's tons of books and YouTube video on it, but it's a very compelling theory and one that is kind of scary. What is that drink noise?
I thought that was the toilet.
Oh, the toilet noise.
That was actually no, I decided to have some fun. That was a bong sound effect. So.
Oh, bong sound. Oh, I see. That makes sense too. No, but no, it's a very common theory that is spread amongst the science fiction universe. Even though it's in this guy's eyes, it's not quite fiction. But
No, not at all.
It's really real.
it's real.
There's a hole in Russia that leads to it.
There might be. He got all scared again.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to visit the Hollow Earth. That's what it is.
Well, tell us a little bit about your recording process. Where did you record this CD at?
Oh, that is Alex's department.
Well,
Good catch.
we didn't have very many resources when we first started recording this. So we recorded this at Dead Stork Studios, which is actually our old jam space, which was Stork's Nest Studios down at Austin and Grand, which has now been flooded over and condemned. So
Yeah.
hence the name Dead Stork Studios. We recorded this all ourselves. It was all self-produced, self-mixed, and self-mastered. It was my first time doing any sort of production at all, but it was a lot of fun. Learned a lot, and we really pushed ourselves and to get better musicianship out of each of us, and really was a satisfying process, and I look forward to doing it again.
How long did it take you to record the 3 songs?
Oh God.
This originally
There's 3 songs.
originally this was actually supposed to be a 5-song EP. Unfortunately, along the way we had all sorts of mishaps. We were broken into twice, our old jam space, so they stole guitars, stole other cymbals, equipment, money. And that's part of the reason we left Stork's Nest Studios, but it's also flooded and condemned now. But
Yeah. The main reason being is it's condemned.
right. I mean, it was cheap, and there was tons of character there. It was pretty cool. But yeah, if anybody's ever been there, it's just full of like history, like music history and like graffiti, all sorts of like cool posters and flyers.
And a
It
lot
was
of great
around
bands.
for about 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great band community as well.
There was a lot of great bands that
Who
actually
else
came from there.
did you guys know that had practice spaces there?
Well, some other pretty good metal bands were there. Veneficum was there.
Oh,
They
they
were on
were
our show.
awesome.
They-
Those guys are
Yeah.
badass.
I wish they
Yeah,
hadn't
they were
broken
there.
up.
They were there briefly here and there. I mean, I'd rarely run into them, but we'd see them here and there. And let's see, who else was there?
Against the Plagues.
Against the Plagues, they were
Nice.
there.
Those guys are good too.
I know the drummer from They Die Screaming was
Nice.
in another band there. The
Yeah.
black metal band that they had. Experiment, an old Chicago sci-fi band from the 80s.
Yeah, they reunited and rehearsed there, and I believe Earthen.
Earthen as well.
Earthen would be there.
And what was Bryson's band?
Oh, Absizer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they were there as
Other
well.
progressive bands. It was really good community. We actually met Absizer because we were practicing one day, and I guess somebody had slipped us a note under the door.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, it was just it was like a total fanboy note.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
And then we all became friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
and
I
it
mean,
was a
some
good
hardcore
surprise.
bands, some punk bands were there. Still Alive was rehearsing there. So was Wastebasket. They're good friends of mine for like over a decade now. So they're a ska band. Yeah, Yeah.
We like all sorts of bands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's awesome. So how long have you been out of that studio space?
We moved to Fort Knox about 6 months ago, I think. Yeah, it's been nice since, but we kind of missed the environment there. It was just so dilapidated. That was very metal.
It's crazy too, because back in the day we first moved in, it was me and Richard back in I want to say around like 2005, and then when I was in Death by Technology with Scott, we were already in the building, and we came around late 2006. So we got a long history of being there.
Oh yeah, we were there for about 7 years.
Yeah, dude.
So.
For those that want to call in, it is 773-657-3341 so far. Paul has been our only caller, so 773-657-3341. And Dave, hey, what's going on in Dave World?
Dave World. Let's hear it from the soundboard.
Funny thing is, you guys can't really tell if I'm off cue or not because you can't hear me. At least
I just
that's
get stare at you through the
exactly.
windows. Okay, just talk to the band today.
All right, guys.
Watch your lips move.
Well, as they
watching
probably
your
told you,
lips
this
move,
is my section where I just talk about random crap. So if you guys are interested, or if you know anybody who's in the area, Gorzok Fest, May 2nd and 3rd, featuring bands like Offspring, NoFX, Screeching Weasel, Alkaline Trio, and Snuff.
You speak so fast.
Yeah, I know. I do that.
He's a sound guy.
Yeah.
He's supposed to.
All right. Also, DOA has released their DVD title and released a trailer clip. We Come in Peace. That's their tour DVD. No one seems that interested because they can't hear me. Usually Morgan has some kind of quip about this, and I feel so alone
I
now.
would have something to say if I could hear. Oh, hey, thanks. He doesn't want to listen to you talk. You're boring the man.
I understand.
He's
Too fast.
I thought you said I'm too
All right,
fat
Dave.
at first.
We wouldn't be poking fun at that.
All right, Dave, hit us with your best shot. I'm gonna rip your ass up.
All right. The band Title Fight has released their they're streaming their EP Spring Songs, which is cool. Anybody likes the band Title Fight? No.
Which is cool. Oh, Dave.
All right, so that Russian band Pussy Riot has a member who has gone missing.
Greatest
He
band.
probably fell down the toilet hole.
Apparently,
It was a girl. It's already up.
It was during a prison transfer, and they're not saying where she got taken away to.
She's in the
put her in the
Hollow
hole.
Earth.
Wait, that band's still in prison?
One member was, yeah.
And female? She's
Yeah.
a female member. Oh, man.
And
she
she
fell
went-
into the hole.
Shit.
Scissor.
Fuck.
And for anyone else interested, there was someone who actually posted a review of Fall Out Boy's new EP,
Wait, what?
their new album, Pack Sam Days, and they both gave it. They said usual rating is like 1 star for this website, so
Wow.
you can tell how they feel about that album. Yeah,
Tell
Yeah,
how
it's-
everyone in here feels about that album.
It's
Right.
Fall Out
Yeah.
Boy. I think the only relevant thing with it when it comes to us with Fall Out Boy is we actually we had another band for a little while called Angry Mixtape, and we played with Troman's brother Sam.
Yeah.
really.
Truman,
Yeah.
Guitarist.
Sam Troman was our drummer.
So this was the brother of one of the guitarists of Fall Out Boy.
Not
You
the
guys-
dick.
Yeah, I was saying you guys could have went on tour together.
No.
Why not?
Might have been clashing styles of
It's
music.
Fall Out Boy. We'd have to card people just to hang out with them.
That is pretty funny. All right, for anyone in the Los Angeles area, Suicidal Tendencies is looking for people to be in their music video.
Nice.
Nice.
So you have to just look around their Facebook page, and they'll be posting like where to go and all that. So,
All that jazz.
yep. Also, Avenged Sevenfold has released a new music video for Shepherd of Fire. So I'm assuming you're not an Avenged Sevenfold fan either. I actually thought you liked them. Funny thing, I guess.
The music's good. I just can't
I don't
stand the
mind 'em.
vocalist.
Yeah, the music is really good. And then the guy starts singing, and I'm like, I fucking hate this.
He sounds like the dude from 3 Days Grace.
I liked them, with their first 3
Album?
CDs.
Okay.
And then I'm like, yeah, fuck this.
And then
band.
the drummer
I'm done.
died, and everything went to shit.
No, it went to shit way before that.
I thought they released 4 CDs before the drummer died.
I don't know. I don't keep
think it
track.
was
I'm not a
4
fan.
CDs.
No, I don't know.
was-
I just stopped.
I listened.
Well,
I
honestly,
stopped listening to him after
It was for
City of
CDs.
Like I said, love
he
the
died
music,
when
hate the
self-titled
vocals.
came out.
Gotcha. August Burns Red has released trailer for upcoming documentary Foreign and Familiar.
Speaking of which, we will be seeing them next week
Wait,
at the
who?
House of Blues. August Burns Red.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they're playing the 22nd and the 23rd of the
We're
House
seeing
of
the
Blues.
22nd. And if you bought tickets to both dates, you get a free preview of their DVD release. I think
know-
that's being done on Saturday night.
You can find the trailer on YouTube, right?
I'll do that in my spare time.
No, I would say like that's not much of a prize if you could just find it on YouTube anyway.
Shh, Dave, be quiet.
What else you got for us, Dave?
And In Flames is still recording their new album.
I love them.
Is there a new guitarist yet?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
It said they're just working on their 11th album. They hope to have it ready.
11? Holy shit.
Wow.
11th.
Yeah.
Anyone else? I really feel like that band went downhill.
I mean, I lost track after album 5, maybe.
Yeah.
Albums 1 to 4 were some of the most, I guess, monumental.
I love
albums.
Come Clarity. It's my favorite CD, just like Nicholas Johnson.
I stopped listening after that album.
We had the same favorite CD.
Anyway, yeah, it's supposed to be ready by early 2014.
Oh, God.
And their last album was A Playground Fading from 2011.
I liked that CD.
I never heard that CD. I thought it's probably garbage.
It's probably garbage. Never heard it.
It's probably garbage.
But it's probably garbage.
Probably garbage. The one before that too. What was that? Does it say?
No.
That one
Sense,
I think was.
Sense of Purpose.
Yeah, that almost garbage.
Yeah, caught me from
All
left
of them
field,
were garbage.
definitely.
Shut up, Dave.
No, I expected something Luca would say, actually.
Oh.
Your mom's garbage. Anything else, Dave?
No, that's it.
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
you go. You get
Well,
those
let's
back, babe.
put on another Biomimic song. We have track 01 next. It's called.
It's in binary.
Yeah.
Well, I don't speak binary. I can just tell you what numbers I see here. And I see a 0 and a 1.
in binary.
If I would have known, we could have confused her even more.
Yeah, right.
So this track is called Reptilian Intellect.
That is correct.
Ooh, creepy.
I
What?
smell another conspiracy theory on this one,
Yeah,
am I
what's
right?
your conspiracy theory, Max?
All right.
We'll explain it.
All right, here we go. Okay, look. Our human brains also contain certain parts of some of our evolutionary ancestors, such as other mammals before that,
What?
and even reptiles before that. Yeah, look it up.
All
And
right. Has anyone watched Waterboy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that one scene, the Abdullah Oblongata
Yeah, the reptilian brain,
It's
yeah.
been so long.
reptilian intellect.
I see.
there you go.
No, I
Simple, right there. End of story.
I thought you were going to go on the conspiracy of like, oh, there's reptilian people and they control the world and all that.
No,
So this song is about Waterboy.
no, the
Wait, for that, you'll have to ask Joe right here.
secret is out again.
Wait a minute.
Joe?
I mean, it hasn't been proven yet, but there's been sources that they're actually, reptilian human hybrids walking around. You can tell by looking at the pupils of their eyes when it just goes to like a deep black.
Max, let me look at your eyes for a second.
And then you're supposed to get an uneasy feeling around them, like just a sense of dread that you feel from them.
I just get a sense of fear.
Yeah.
No, actually,
That came from the hole in Russia.
He's never been the same after the toilet incident.
I was gonna say there's some chemicals in there. He might be a reptilian.
Primarily, the song is just simply about that reptilian intellect part of you, that rage, that hidden animalistic behavior coming out and ultimately kind of leading towards the world's destruction.
It's a happy song.
It's a very happy song. It's a love song.
Yeah, we're all smiling right now, so it must be a happy song.
So there you go.
And that's when you first played it.
Stop
listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
Zillion one. Which is one right? That's right there. Speaking of Biomimic,
He's got to prove it.
Okay, I've been distracted by Max once again. I apologize, but we are on I'm the Metal.
I am the metal. I am the metal.
I am the metal.
you are the metal.
This is the Metal Experience, and we are here with Biomimic. We just heard the very creepy reptilian intellect song off of their
Very
self-titled
thrashy.
EP.
It only gets creepier from here.
Apparently, with the upcoming stories that we have to be told, we will be creeped out even more. Tell us a little bit about the influences for your band that has played a part of music, Joe.
Well, for me, coming into this band, it was about the time I started really getting into progressive metal, and I was listening to a lot of Neuraxis and Russian Circles. And I took some influences from them because just some of the songwriting, the riffing, and the drumming is just so complex that I was like, whoa.
All right. And we have a phone call. So patch them through, Dave. And you were on with the Metal Experience. Who are we speaking with?
I am the guy who broke into Biomimic's practice space. Listen, guys, I just want to say I'm sorry. The money I stole, I'm returning, and your amps don't work. So I'll be dropping those off later.
Is this for
Thanks.
real?
Dude, wait a minute.
I am super
Wait a minute.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute. That sounded like my buddy Eddie.
Well, he hung
Wait a
up,
minute.
so-
Don't give it away. It's a mystery now. Let's just
Wait a
leave it as
minute.
it
I
is.
need to have a word with him afterwards.
Oh my god.
About your money and gear.
And your
Yeah.
broken gear that doesn't work.
And none of my stuff got stolen, but Alex over here, he lost stuff. I care about this dude. I mean, he was living in a van.
Oh my god, it was
I care about his finances.
Max, you do realize it was a joke, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can't be too certain. You can't be too certain.
Just,
on the phone.
what?
This is another conspiracy theory.
Another biomimic
Well,
unicorn magic power hour
See, that's the
experience.
thing. They don't want all these. They don't want all these conspiracies to be proven true and revealed. Therefore, they're stealing our stuff, so we can't record, we can't play. Exactly.
We can't
the
evangelize.
biomimic conspiracy.
Exactly.
theory.
Yes.
They're stopping the messengers.
We've made it. We finally have our own conspiracy.
Well, thank you for calling to apologize. The band greatly appreciates it.
Yeah.
In the process, they'd like their stuff back and the money returned to their new band space in Fort Knox.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
He hung up like over 5 minutes ago. He was
Because
becoming-
that influenced me to play even harder. I mean,
Right. Yeah, Joe really beat the crap out of his drums after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But in terms of our other musical influences, we really try to take in any influences that we can. Like, we all listen to various genres. We don't just get stuck in metal. Each of us have, I guess, very individual tastes when it comes to metal. And we don't always agree on a lot of stuff, but when we come together and make music, we all kind of bring in different flavors and different styles, even playing styles, to form something unique and individual in the scene. And we really strive for that. We really try to not sound like anything else that's out there.
Do you still have that caller on the line?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't just listening to us talk now if we decided to end that
That'd be great.
conversation.
He could if he wanted. That's fine.
So what is your flavor that you all bring to your band?
What's your flavor, boy?
Who's spicy? Who's hot? Who's salty?
I'm pretty mild, so I don't know.
Well, Tony's new, and he it turns out, like, we weren't really sure what his influences were, but since he's joined, he's turned into a giant prog head, and it's been awesome. I mean, we didn't have anyone with that kind of background. Like, he loves Dream Theater.
Yeah, I'm a huge Dream Theater fan, big Rush fan. But yeah, so I've only been around for a couple months now, so I'm still kind of learning. I haven't really been in a prog band for a long time, but it's really cool to be in one again, and it's really challenging, and it's
You're
great
killing
playing.
it,
It's great
too.
playing with like really great players. So I really enjoy the stuff we're doing.
Vocally, as far as experiences, I mean, I listen to a lot of Fear Factory, and that's mainly because of the sexy
Same here.
drummer over there. Yeah.
Hey-o.
Outside of that, I listen to a lot of like kind of industrial metal, like Cybreed and Scar Symmetry, and Synthetic Breed. A lot of breeding. But yeah, I mean, a lot of that kind of boils down to just a lot of difference and a lot of variation in those vocals. And Scar Symmetry is one of those bands that can mix it up with they do the power metal style vocals as well as doing the death metal style vocals, and they blend it well. And that's one of the things that I wanted to bring over to Biomimic.
Like Into Eternity type?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen them before. Yeah, they've got really great vocals.
Yeah. They're from Canada too.
They are. Me, I don't listen to much metal. I listen to pretty much everything else. Everyone who ever rides in my car is always shocked at what I'm always listening to.
What right now is playing in your car?
Probably folk bluegrass music. Which has,
Awesome.
You don't understand, but they have some shredders. Those guys can shred. Like no one flat picks like those old time bluegrass guys. But yeah, I listen to everything from like electro pop to classical music. A lot of bluegrass, a lot of kind of singer-songwriter stuff too. I try to take those kind of textures and different sounds and bring them into some sort of metal world where you can corrupt it and make it disgusting.
Do I want to know?
But
The time has come.
I don't want to.
Max Evolution.
Well, I don't want to put words in your mouth here, but Alex listens to a lot of pretty cool metal bands. You know, I mean, he's a big fan of Dark Tranquility, and of course, I've always listened to them here and there, but now he's making us listen to a lot more of them.
Right.
They're coming
And
in.
I know.
apparently.
Yeah,
We got tickets, motherfucker.
Yeah,
We're going to when Remora sells them.
yeah, and guess what? Alex and I were going to the show.
Oh, then
I owe
we'll
money,
see.
so I got to buy him a ticket now.
We'll see you
Well,
there
buy them through our friends in Remora.
for
All
cheap.
right.
They're going to be opening.
For cheap.
Yep.
All right, we got it.
All right.
Well, as for me, I
like a
mean,
hookup.
what am I influenced by? Well, I don't know. I mean,
Russian
a hole.
holes in the ground.
I mean, just today, what was I listening to today? I was listening to the new Skeleton Witch record. That's pretty cool.
That is a badass.
I listened to some Overkill. That's pretty cool. And actually, I am getting into bluegrass. Yeah, why not? Why not? You know. Actually,
I'll steal off that thunder.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Dude, I was at an acoustic show last Friday. One of my friends was playing. Yeah, he was doing some rad southern picking. I gotta say that.
And then you got some southern fried chicken afterwards.
The rockabilly shredding.
So, I mean, I'm influenced by a lot of stuff. So, I mean, I was listening to Johann Sebastian Bach, you know, some of his organ works. Like, no kidding, he's got some sick shit. I go to operas once in a while, usually Russian operas, because I understand what the words are.
And they're incredibly depressing.
Oh no, we got some fight scenes. They got a duel. Like if you see any of Tchaikovsky's operas, there's always a duel. See if any of Mussorgsky's operas, there's always some crazy psychotic shit going on.
Can you do a Russian opera impression vocally?
No.
No. That was a very refined no.
It was a very low baritone.
So
no.
I mean, a lot of the intensity of Russian classical music. That's definitely something that becomes apparent with whatever I write. And I mean,
Are there any bands, Russian bands that you
like Russian metal bands?
yeah, there's some good ones. There's some
Like
bad
who?
ones.
Tell me who's your favorite Russian metal band?
Man, I don't know.
It's all right. You can tell me. I'm a voluntary firefighter.
I mean, I don't know. Like for example, I can honestly say that Septic Flesh is my favorite Greek band.
Okay, that's
No,
not Russian.
I know. I can
What was that one?
I can honestly say that Emperor is my favorite Norwegian band. You know,
You're dodging.
Yeah, you're dodging.
I can probably say that Carcass is my favorite British band, but Russian band. I mean, shit. I can, you know.
What was that one
I guess Destruction would be my favorite German band, but
Moving on, Joe. Hey, what's going on, man?
Max, you were listening to a thrash Russian band at one point.
Right.
What was the name of that band?
which
Start with
one?
an M, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I was listening to Aria, which are basically Russian Iron Maiden ripoffs, but they're better than Maiden in my opinion
Well, there you go.
because they sing in Russian.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Because
Just because
that's
they're
all
Russian.
you needed
If
to
Iron
say.
Maiden
right, they
sing
sing
in
in
Russian,
By
Max would
default,
say
they're
they're.
your favorite now. 'Cause-
Actually, there's one called Butterfly Temple. They're like a pagan metal band. They're pretty cool. Yeah.
There you go. Around the world with Max Evolution.
Yep.
Joe?
As far as my influences, I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but one of the big ones is definitely Cataclysm. Just everything about that band, it just sounds like power driven. It's just brutal. It's heavy, especially the latest album they released, Waiting for the End to Come. That album just blew me away. Just everything about it, it's what I'm trying to do with this band. The style of drumming I'm trying to bring to the table. Just very versatile. Death metal, throwing some jazz here, some syncopation, a lot of off-time beats.
So
also, like what Scott was saying, you know, I'm a big Fear Factory fan as well.
Hey-oo.
I also very much like Fear Factory.
What was the one metal band that got you into metal or influenced you to pick up the instrument that you guys are playing?
I hate to go back to the same name here, but actually it was Fear Factory. When I was a kid, I saw the Resurrection video. And hearing Burton kind of, use that strong operatic vocals that he has, as well as listening to the other music that he did and hear all the just really gnarly growls that he had.
Hold on, we have another phone call. Patch him through.
Okay.
Hello, you're on with the Metal Experience. Who is this?
This is Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Max probably knows me.
I know a lot of Daves. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Dave, my Nucleus Dave.
Yeah.
Nucleus Dave.
Nucleus Dave. Hi. Oh,
Hey,
what's up, man?
My brothers.
Yeah, we love Dave.
Also
Yeah.
a fellow Eastern European.
Because that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you were talking about calling, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell to say. And then someone said, Russian thrash band, and no one said the name I wanted to hear, so I'm like, now I have to call in.
Well, there you
You
go.
got to be listening to Aspid. Come on,
Oh, yeah, those guys.
Oh, yeah.
that's the band to listen to, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to one of their albums. Actually, they only have one album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put like one album out and then broke up.
And then they broke up, yeah.
Don't exist. Yeah.
Like 1991, right?
Yeah. And there's like nothing exists from them. Until they repressed it, it was literally like you couldn't find a solid copy.
Yeah,
of
they're
anything.
a good proggy thrash band, yeah.
Dave, what's coming up for Nucleus? Do you guys have any shows that you guys are playing, or what's going on with your band right now?
We've Isn't this supposed to be a biomimic? We have.
Well, I mean, now that we have you on the line, you can do a little self-promoting, right?
We love
Yeah.
Nucleus, man. Definitely.
We've had kind of shitty, crappy schedules, but we have a show in a little over 2 weeks, November 29th, up in Cudahy, Wisconsin, right by Milwaukee, with a couple bands, Sable Belzblom, Memories Wither, and Emblazoned.
Nice.
And actually, we just got our EP that we released is going to be printed by a Russian label of all countries.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a 500.
It might be
500 copy
radioactive,
run.
dude.
Yeah, so that's about all.
Well, thank you, Dave, for calling and talking with Biomimic. I know that they appreciate all the phone calls that have been coming in tonight, so it was awesome for you to pick up your phone and call. Everybody else can take note and follow.
We love you.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys live again.
Yeah.
For sure, likewise.
So yeah, Nucleus is another band that we definitely see as our brothers because they sing about some similar subject matter. Actually, me and their bassist, we've talked about a lot of these things on our own, about certain theories, such as the theory of Nibiru, which is a hidden planet in our solar system that only very few people know about and that the government's trying to cover it up. So he and I, we were talking about that once, and we're always talking about telepathy and astral projection. So they sing about the same stuff that we do.
There you go.
It's
That's
actually-
awesome.
It's actually kind of funny.
Oh,
Wait, Dave, go ahead.
It's actually kind of funny with the whole sci-fi thing. Like, when we started, we're like, oh, there's no sci-fi band. And then, a few months later, we're like, oh, hey, there's Biomimic here, too. They started pretty much the exact same time we did. And it's like every 3 or 4 months, I run into some random sci-fi band where I'm like, oh, okay, whoa. And they started, like, the same year we did. So I just ran into this band, Ecocide, from Europe, and they started early 2012. And now I'm up to, like, 8 bands that started right around the same time that are doing sci-fi.
Yeah, but Dave,
Right around the world.
you and I both know that it's not really sci-fi. It's really knowledge that is really true and can be proven. Just most people refuse.
Well, even if it's true,
consider
you got to label it, so people understand. But, of course it's true.
There you go.
All right. Well, I'm going to
Thanks for calling in, bro.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, bud.
Have a good one, man.
I'll talk to you later.
Awesome.
I think the only theory that we've talked about today that can be proven is the hollow earth in Russia.
Yeah, right.
All right, back to individual influences for a certain band or musician.
Yeah. I think for me, the band was Iron Maiden. Probably first time I heard Steve Harris on bass, and that was really kind of got me interested. And just a good friend of mine got a guitar for Christmas one year and called me up and said, "Hey, you should go get a bass." And I did. And, then
And it was life-changing.
It was like 20 years ago, and I'm still playing. So I think Iron Maiden's probably got to be the biggest personal influence for me.
For me, it had to be a Metallica. When I first heard Master of
Metallica.
Puppets and Orion, I had previously been a violinist, having been forced to play violin by my very
You have any
Asian parents.
Violin on your
How
album?
dare they be so?
No, but
I
in
know.
future albums, we definitely will have violin.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, we're definitely.
That would actually be really cool. I'm totally down for
Yeah,
that.
we also we're gonna have some oboe. We're gonna have some trombone.
Yeah, and some saxophone.
And a saxophone. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Only if we can have Bill
Saxophone
Clinton.
solo.
But yeah, after hearing after hearing Orion and like seeing how I guess complicated and how well structured this metal music could be, I really got interested, and I had a friend give me a guitar, and I never put it down since.
He still wants his guitar back.
The amp does work. You didn't plug it in.
Well, that's
Funny story about Metallica. I just gotta learn Metallica on ukulele. I'm learning Metallica songs on the ukulele.
Yeah,
Just put that out there.
They're probably going to sound better on ukulele than if you would listen to the albums, because most of us are so burnt out on those recordings by now that hearing it in a different light, like a ukulele version or a country version or or a pop version even, sounds just better. I heard Macy Gray do "Nothing Else Matters,"
What?
and it was so refreshing to listen to. I mean, because you hear Hetfield, ooh yeah,
I've heard your
So,
Chase do a Metallica cover.
I mean, hearing a completely different
woman,
point of view on that,
especially.
a lady with a
Come
very
on, Avril
different musical
Lavigne
style.
did Fuel.
Fuck that.
All right,
Yeah.
nothing is gonna beat Beatallica though. Beatallica was awesome. Beatles songs and Metallica. Come
Style.
on. Yeah, Beatallica was awesome. Anyway, cut.
All right. As for mindfulness, I just can't remember. It might have been Judas Priest.
So moving on to Joe. No, I'm kidding.
It might have been Sepultura. I mean, I don't know who it was, but I just heard
Me? I don't know. Should I bring my ukulele in?
Yes.
Fuck.
I told you that last week. You should
I
bring it
can't
in.
hear you, Dave.
So someone
He
tell me.
says you should have brought in
Yeah.
the ukulele.
I told you to bring it in like last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, back to Max.
Yeah. Would you consider Deep Purple a metal band?
No.
No. Well,
No.
So counts
If-
as an influence.
if yes, then it is a metal influence. If not, well, then whatever the hell you think it is.
Joe?
So the main one that actually got me started, it had to be Sepultura.
Sepultura.
Somebody
Well, that
let
makes
me,
two of us.
Somebody let me feel the earlier CDs, including Arise, and I just played them all, and I was like,
such a good CD.
I was like, holy shit, because this was like blistering fast thrash, and I came across Slayer before, but in my opinion, this early Sepultura was killing Slayer, man. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. And then like my metal obsession started from there.
Now comes my favorite question of the night. Every time we have bands on, what is the worst experience you guys have ever had playing live or going to a venue or just the most like someone shit their pants, someone
Embarrassing
fell off the
moments.
stage.
Oh, I actually do have a great story, Max. You'll remember this one. When me and Max were an aggressor, there was one time where I got deathly ill, like really, really sick.
Oh God.
And not only did our other guitarist have one show booked that day, which was a really bad basement party show, he ended up getting us another gig right after that. So we had two shows, and I was about ready to
Wait,
like
you guys
pass
had two
out.
shows on the same night,
Same night.
Yeah.
and you're deathly. Oh,
I'm like
Jesus.
deathly, like
Yeah,
I
he had
should be
fever.
in bed. Yeah.
He was passing out in my car.
I think I took like a whole half bottle of Tylenol extra strength just to make it through the night, and God willing, I made it. But the real worst side of this whole story is that basement party, we ended up having to we played 3 songs, and the mother of the person who was running the show comes down screaming, "No, I can't have you playing that devil music in my house. You have to get out." He's like screaming, and we actually had to like pack up our gear after 3 songs and leave. So that-
Like I'm just running up and down the stairs trying to help these guys get their gear out as fast as possible. And I'm like, damn. And then on the plus side, I was like, Hell, he got that Yodi show in a couple hours.
Yeah. Then I think we picked up one of our friends who was there, and we tried bringing him with us, but there was no room. So he ended up sitting in the lap of our bassist.
Giggity.
Yeah, so just two men, like maybe in their early 20s, just sitting on top of each other in the front seat of a car. And,
Is that your cell phone?
you know,
or are you
wearing,
happy to see me?
you know, in their leather jackets, you know, looking all angry about something. It was kind of romantic, you know. They look cute together.
It was romantic.
Yeah. They look like they could, you know, be a good couple.
That's the only story I can think of, though.
Anyone else have some?
Embarrassing moment? Anything?
I don't.
Just perfect.
Every show's been perfect.
I'm just a perfect showman.
I feel
just a
no
class
pain.
act.
All right. Well, with that, Dave, you know what time it is for Luca.
Now it's time for Only on the Metal Experience.
I think it's done, yeah?
Yeah, it happened.
This
yeah.
week we from Detroit, Michigan, who's actually, this band's coming into
Yep, they are
town.
playing the Underground Lounge this Saturday. I'll announce a little bit more later, but check them out. They'll be in town this weekend.
We got a twofer for you. The band Scorned Deity from Detroit, Michigan with the songs Adventum and The Hand of Will. Check it out.
We got a phone call really quick. I don't know what.
Oh, we have a phone call. Really fast, really
Okay,
fast.
put it
Here we
through.
go.
All right, call, go ahead.
All right, speak up, dude.
You're on with the Metal Experience. Who is this?
Hi, this is Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Liz.
Oh, man.
Do you know these guys? This is Biomimic.
She's my roadie.
Just personally for
Yeah.
you or for the band?
Just for me. Screw these guys. They don't get a roadie.
Carry my mic.
Yeah, carry my keyboard, which is my only piece of gear.
Well, I heard you guys were talking about embarrassing moments. I remember the show I was at where Max's shoe flew off.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wait, what happened?
This wasn't a Biomimic show, but it was a show that Max, Scott, and I were playing. We also played in another band called Angry Mixtape, and Max has this really funny move he does when he gets really into stuff. It's kind of like Russian polka.
Yeah, like the Russian mule
it's like a sideways polka dance.
Oh, this was when my shoe fell off?
Yeah, and your shoe.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Max.
Oh, yeah. So, like, my shoe became airborne and just catapulted into the audience. Then somehow it came back onto the stage.
Didn't you also have a Yodi show where your fly was open?
Did your dick come out?
I think you had a show where you were showing your Russian boxers.
Oh. That might have, yeah, my fly's open pretty often. So it would be no surprise if during a show my fly is always open.
He is definitely not afraid to show his hammer and sickle.
No.
Oh, God.
But the thing that made it funny is his mom was the one to come up to him and tell him that his fly was open.
How was that moment for you?
Maxime!
Yeah, right.
We love Max's parents, though. They're awesome.
Yeah, no,
They're
seriously,
they're
they're
right.
really cool. They're
Yeah.
really cool.
They're
Really
all
supportive.
Yeah, back in the
of
day,
everything,
you know,
too.
I remember my dad showed up and just snuck in alcohol for one of the bands I was playing with back in the day. It's like, yeah, I know.
Well, thank you, Liz, for making them remember those stories. That they forgot to tell us 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. Even though it was a funny moment, even though it was another band he was in. But there was a one question, since they have a new bassist, and he said they were doing very well, do you guys have a show lined up yet?
We don't have any shows at the moment that are booked solid, but we are trying to get booked in January and on. So we want to make sure that Tony has enough time to get acclimated with all of the music, because it's tough. I mean, our writing style is very unique. So
I'm a slow learner.
no, that's not true. That's not true at all. He's been killing it, but we want to make sure that he's comfortable and we're all comfortable, and we'll be definitely doing shows in January.
He has been assimilated already.
Yes, the assimilation has been finalized.
It is complete.
What was your initiation into the band?
They injected me with some reptilian intellect.
That's how he picked up the song so quick.
I mean, we planted a chip.
One of those Find Your Kid chips?
Yeah.
No.
Or Find Your Dog
Yeah,
chips?
Find your
dog.
bandmates.
No, actually,
We got him GPSed so we can find his ass wherever it is.
Yeah, I mean, we could also assume control of his trachea and control his breathing.
I wasn't told about this.
All right, and with that just getting
Oh.
creepy,
Well, that's why-
thank you, Liz, for calling in and reminding these guys of some stories to share.
no
We've
problem.
got
Thank you,
an
Lovey.
unsigned band pick to play tonight.
Well, I'll do it again. This week from Detroit, Michigan, Scorn Deity with the songs Adventum and The Hand of Will. Check it out.
states of gold, and the shells are filled with the trials and tribulations of the old, not bad and familiar grounds to manage people for children.
You're listening to The Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
Woo! And we are back. The Metal Experience, Luca Blaze, Morgan Danielle with Biomimic. But we just heard Scorin' Didi from Detroit, Michigan with the songs Adventum, which I guess now we learned was an intro song. I could have swore it had music in it. We're retarded.
But it was a great intro.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And
I definitely enjoyed that.
The Hand of Will. It was a lead up to the
Second
brutality of that second song. But anyway,
All right, well, we've got still one more song off of this self-titled Biomimic EP here. This is track 10. Called
it goes 0 to 1 to 10.
It's called Double Helix.
Yes.
All
You
right.
got
Is there another theory behind this one, Max?
Max, this is all you, man.
All right. Actually, this is the best one yet.
Maybe we should play the song first.
No, I like
hearing
No, gear it up. Gear it up.
What they're about. Well,
Gear it up.
Well, actually, this is based off of a book called The Slave Species of God by a South African author named Michael Tellinger. And it's an author that I met about 2 years ago, and he actually autographed my copy of his
How
book.
long did you spend talking to him?
Oh, man. Me and him got into a conversation about Nikola Tesla.
Not long
and
enough.
and hallucinogenic drugs.
How long did this conversation last that you were able to touch on these topics?
I don't know.
Well, security escorted him out of the building.
Yeah, right. well, anyway, in his he's an alternative researcher from South Africa, and he in this book in particular he talks about basically the Sumerian creation myth of these interplanetary travelers that performed genetic experiments on pre-human species, and which apparently is what created us. And it's a very valid theory. It's not a science fiction book. It's a very long and tedious rendering into the question of human origins, and I do believe that much of his book is definitely valid, and much more valid than, say, the Bible, which. And of course, what is the Bible? Well, the Bible is basically three things. It's an anthology of extraterrestrial sightings, star worship.
The Bible talk has nothing to do with Double Helix, by the way. I
and
just want to put that disclaimer
So-
out there right now. This is just Max Voloshin being Max Voloshin.
Well, anyway, his theories are basically based off of other alternative researchers, and it's a valid theory that we as a species were created by extraterrestrial beings, and I believe that it's the most logical explanation for the creation of mankind than any other one that I've heard.
So primarily, the song ultimately uses that theory and kind of goes through the assimilation process, which we kind of talk about a little bit in other songs as well. But it ultimately talks about how these extraterrestrial beings came and modified humans as we are today, and kind of put them into subconscious slavery. And the rest of the song kind of plays off that.
All right, let's play it.
listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
We're going to talk to Tony, Alex,
And
Joe
we
for the
are
rest of
back. The Metal Experience, Lugo Blaze, Morgan Danielle with Biomimic. Talking about some crazy stuff. But
That's an understatement.
That's woo. You crazy motherfucker, Max. I'll just leave it at that.
We just mentioned other crazy stuff while we were listening to the song.
That was Double Helix, track 10 off of the 3-song EP.
Track
that
10.
Biomimic has.
10.
Where can people find you guys on the internet, and what do you have merch-wise for people?
Well, I have this awesome webcam, from my bedroom.
God, we're on the web at biomimicband.com. You can also find us on Facebook, which I think is Facebook.
And the male for male Craigslist section.
Yes, the male for male casual encounters. We're not looking for anything long term.
Yeah, toxic megacolon.
Oh,
Wait, do you guys also have your
Do
own
you have any
section on
merch that's
Infowars?
available for people?
we should, but no.
We're suspicious of guys like Alex Jones, actually. Joe can talk about that.
Oh,
He might be a reptilian that went good.
Oh boy.
Possibly. Just remembering tactics
Yeah.
are crazy. Yeah, there's some things that I agree with what he says, but it's just the way he goes about it, like he's trying to promote violence.
Yeah, and where did he get all this funding to lead this operation?
His sponsors
yeah.
give him money.
Yeah,
And
he's a
people
suspicious
do
character.
contribute a lot of money to him because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
kind of a nutbag.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't like Alex Jones. I'm the odd one out in this conversation, but yeah, I'm not.
Hey man, whatever works.
In terms of stuff, any merch that we have, we don't have anything right now except EPs, and we are giving them out for free. You can download the EP on Bandcamp, or you could come out to one of our shows, which we do not have any booked right now. But
We're working on it.
right.
We're
But
working
we're
on it.
working on it, and by January we'll be ready to get out there again.
Speaking of shows, how about somebody gives us a call and offers us a show somewhere?
Yeah,
But,
Actually,
awesome.
Max, you forgot to plug something else. We are actually looking for a keyboardist. Why don't you mention a little bit about that? Oh, apparently I'm the one with the sexy voice, so I got to do it.
Yeah, right.
So Max doesn't like me playing keyboards, and no, I'm kidding. We actually are looking for a very talented keyboardist to kind of help us out. If you've listened to the tracks this morning, this evening, this morning, if you're in another country,
All our
morning
Japanese
somewhere.
fans out there.
Our Japanese fans, there you go.
We're huge in Japan.
I'm not even in
see what-
Tokyo.
Oh.
Wait, like a real keyboard player or like a synth player?
A real keyboard player.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
If you want someone to just bang on the keyboard keys, so you find someone else, I can do that.
Well, no, that's what I do. You want fantastic ambience? I can give you ambience. You want me to start playing some classical?
We need someone. Now we didn't mention our jazz influences, but we need someone that can play like Art Tatum and Thelonious Monk.
Taint.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find that at maybe not right away. Maybe if you.
We've been looking for 2 years. So just to kind of put that in a frame of mind. I didn't always actually intend to play keyboards with this band. It was one of those things where we had ideas for keyboards with the music, and we wanted to implement them into shows. And Max actually had a keyboard. He brought it in, and we're like, all right, cool. Yeah, well, I'll fool around with it. And I've played with keyboards before, but I'm not that good. So I'm not going to lie about that.
He kind of got assimilated into the position.
Yeah, I was assimilated into the position.
And he liked it.
And I don't know about that. I was kind of forced into it. Dropped the soap. Never gonna happen again. No, anyway. But no. So like when we were making the band and we were creating all the music, it became kind of a thing where they gave a keyboard to me, and I'm like, okay, I can play and sing. That's fine. And we've done that so far, but we definitely need a guy who can
Or girl.
or both.
Transgender keyboardists.
I'm totally down for a transgender keyboardist. I think that'd be fantastic.
Asexual as well.
Asexual. If they can reproduce with themselves, that means that they can produce fans for us. I think that's fantastic.
Even a canine keyboardist might work out well.
Yeah, right. You know.
I don't think I've ever heard of a transgender person being asexual, but that would be interesting.
Well, we were separated the two.
Yeah.
We were saying the
Oh,
transgender
okay.
is the
Either or.
asexual.
Either
If
or.
you could find
Or
an
all of the
asexual
above.
transgender, now that would be something. We would totally be
I don't
accepting.
know how that would work.
Well,
We'll find out now.
We'll find the right video and
Anyway.
send it over.
Extra appendages to play the keyboard with.
Anyway, getting back to the point, we are looking for a keyboardist.
Right.
So if you have the stuff, we are interested to talk to
Yeah,
you.
contact us on Facebook. We'll answer any requests to come in, check out our tracks, and see what you can do.
you should give out your home number too.
I might be alone in this, but I would prefer the player to also have a keytar.
I would love it. I would love it.
That would be fucking awesome.
I actually was trying to
looking for guitarists.
I was talking with Max a long time ago. I'm like, dude, let me get a keytar. And he's like, no.
Keytar is great.
Keytars are awesome.
We're not Dragon Force.
The
We
Ninja
could
Turtles
be.
played keytars.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
Johnny Tesh.
And with that, that would be a good start to do local roundup.
The local roundup with Morgan on the Metal Experience.
That's right. Besides these guys searching for a keyboardist, Hatestorm Annihilation needs a bass player. They've got some huge shows coming up, including touring Europe with 6 Feet Under happening in December. But they just announced that April 29th they will be opening for Master at Reggie's. That's huge for them as well. And they're actually playing with Morbid Angel this coming week. Return to Flesh is looking for a bass player as well. All these shows coming up at Another Hole in the Wall are looking for bands. You can email Darlene at Exxon Live for more information or hit up their Facebook page. They're looking for bands to play with Numpoint on November 22nd, with Norma Jean November 30th, and playing with Kissing Candace on December 6th. RNG Productions needs a band to play on the 14th at Bada Brew with Blue Felix. That's this coming Thursday, so hit them up if you're interested. MHXradio.com. You know, we get rebroadcasted on Friday nights from them from 7 until 9, followed by Neil's show and then Corey Rox's show. But then they also have Dozer and T-Rex from 8 to 11 on Monday nights. Doom Cellar with Dozer from 8 to 10 on Wednesday. The show with Dustin from 7 to 11 on Thursdays. And then the Metal Deli and Corey Rocks plays throughout the week as well. Pitch Black Productions Tim is selling a lot of cool stuff for sale on his Facebook page. You can actually find a link to pitchblackpr.com /dungeon.html. You know, he's got a lot of limited edition stuff, signed merch, very cool stuff for you guys to check out. So coming up show-wise, starting with Wednesday, November 13th, which is tomorrow at Cobra Lounge. It's 21 and up, 8 p.m. to see Bone Dance, Thieves, Black Mask, and Narhole.
Narhole?
Narwhal. Thursday, November 14th at Bada Brew, 8 p.m. It's $8, 21 and up to see Orion 9 and Blue Felix. Friday, November 15th at the Aragon Ballroom. We will be there. It's all ages 7 p.m. It's about $45 to see Forearm, Gojira, and Slayer.
Fuck it, Slayer.
Friday at Nightcap, 21 and up, $7, 8 p.m. to see Worm, Pound of Flesh, and Jilt. Friday at Another Hole in the Wall, it's $15 in advance, $18 the day of. It's all ages, 5:30 p.m. to see Through These Eyes, The Breath of Cheyenne, Eyes of Demise, Psychopathic Days, Habit of Force, Beyond Threshold, and Dope. Friday at Ye Old Town Inn, 21 and up, 9 p.m., $8. Have you been drinking? Ye Old Town Inn on Friday, Orinoco, Terror in His Presence, I Have Anubis, and The Cyrus.
Nice.
Saturday, November 16th, we are sponsoring this show at Bobby McGee's, 21 and up, $5. It's Matt Lunford from Bleed for the Fallen's Birthday Bash. It'll be Hot Dang, Dark Passenger, Knifed at Gunpoint, and Bleed for the Fallen Plane. At the Underground Lounge, like we just played a couple tracks from this band, Scorn Deity, they're playing Underground Lounge. It's 21 and up, 8 p.m. It's $7 to see them. Imperious, Warforged, and Dust Shark. See? You like Imperious?
You should go to check out Imperious. Yeah, they kick ass.
Saturday at Reggie's, all ages, 7 p.m. It's $13 in advance, $15 the day of to see The Unseen, Last False Hope, Brick Wall Vultures, and When Flying Feels Like Falling. Saturday at Dirty Nelly's in Palatine, 21 and up, 9 p.m. to see Judas Beast and Blackened. Saturday at Jimmy's Bar in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, 9 p.m., 21 and up to see Decivilized and Terra Rising. It's their CD release show for their new CD Machine. Saturday at the Elbow Room, 10 p.m., it's $5, 21 and up to see Stone Cold Outlaw. They're doing an acoustic set.
I'm going to that, actually.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sunday, November 17th at House of Blues in Chicago. It's all ages, 6:30 p.m. Hatestorm Annihilation, Caesar, and Morbid Angel. Sunday at the Cheers Pub in Roseland, Indiana. 15 in advance, 5:30 p.m. It's 21 up to see Deleted by God, Driven, All My Sins Remembered, Righteous Vendetta, and Head PE.
Deleted by God.
Sunday
God's
at
like,
the-
I'm fucking done with you. Delete.
Hey, hold
Sunday
on.
at
Hold on a second. For the Morbid Angel show, the band going right before them, they're called Czar, not Caesar.
Oh, Czar.
Yeah, my good
Didn't
friend.
know that.
And my good friend Dan plays with them. He's their
Nice.
drummer.
Well, sorry.
Czar.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to that as well. So
There you
come
go.
and hang out with me and have me pass out a demo for you.
Sunday at Aragon Ballroom, all ages 5:30 p.m. It's about $29 in advance. 35 day of. It's H2O, Newfound Glory, and Alkaline Trio. Sunday at what? Sunday
Why
at
did you
Reggie's.
sneak that in there, you jerk?
It's punk.
So metal.
She loves Alkaline Trio.
I do.
And I fucking hate Alkaline
H2O is
Trio.
really good too.
I like that song Radio.
Ah, I love radio. Sunday at Reggie's, it's 18 and up, 6:30 p.m. $20. It's Witch Trap from Colombia. It's their first time in the U.S. Funeral Nation, Bones, and Perversion. Sunday on Sonic Asylum Radio, Corey Rocks Your World. Her show, she will be having Vile Side On, and Tragedy Inc. will be doing a phone interview. They're from Finland, so check them out. Sonic Asylum Radio from 8 to 11 Sunday night. Tuesday, November 19th at the Rave. You know, if you have nothing better to do besides listen to our show, all ages, $20 in advance. You can buy tickets off local support, $33 the day of, 7 p.m. So get your tickets off of Air Raid, Devangelist, Remora, Deadlight Redemption, or Solasphere, and then Age of Arceus. They are all opening for Huntress, Testament, Killswitch Engage, and Lamb of God. What? And last on Tuesday at Mojo's, it's all ages, 8 p.m. It's American Sharks, The Sword, and Clutch. I have an announcement given from Tim. He is the manager for Lords of the Drunken Pyro Crew. He's saying that they are selling tickets for $18 to see Lords of the Drunken Pyro Crew opening for Fintroll, Metzatol, what? Metzatol, yeah, that's what it says. Blackguard, and they are playing Mojo's tomorrow. And then also check out a show that our friends are playing at Ultra Lounge coming up. It is Beyond Death. I don't know what the lineup is, but they did tell me to announce that they were playing Ultra Lounge on Saturday. So check out Beyond Death.
That show's probably worth going to just to see Beyond Death. Those guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, they are fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, guys, for coming. We did appreciate having you guys on and playing your EP. Next week, we have on a clothing line, which is interesting. We've never had that side of the industry. So they're called Windy City Hardcore. They make clothing for bands and promote local music and everything. So we're going to be talking with them.
But it's fucking cool.
And then
Can I get some Lederhosen from them?
I'll ask them if they make that. And then after them, the 26th of November, we will have Threatening the Order on for Dave's birthday show. So going out for the end of the night, we don't have any more Biomimic songs to play, but we did have somebody that used to be in Genotype here that we're going to
Used to be in Genotype?
Yeah, he used to be in Genotype.
I was in Genotype, yes.
So we are going to play the song that you are actually on. What is this song called?
We're playing Screaming Yellow Sunset.
Screaming Yellow Sunset. And then we are going out Max's pick. You guys are good friends with Legions of Rom, who just got signed to Dark Harvest Records. Congratulations, guys.
Nice. Party guys.
We'll be hearing Max's favorite song, Kuru.
Yes.
From them. Yes.
Just yes.
Got the back seal of approval.
But check Biomimic out on their Facebook page and their website. And also, if you know badass keyboardists that can keep up with this guy, these guys' pace, then
I think
definitely
actually,
hit them up.
I think I've actually found someone, but I think he's from Spain, but I'm not entirely sure. But he has a video of him like rocking out in a guitar.
If he lives in
Is he
Chicago,
willing to relocate?
I don't know.
I mean, they had a Canadian and a Russian come to play in this band, so now you can have a Spaniard.
Holy crap!
Look at me play the kid. Maybe you guys should just relocate to Spain and find him and live in a van together with expired groceries.
Well, since Alex and I are both classical guitarists, we'll fit in pretty nicely over there.
Look at him. Look at these landscapes he's playing.
What is the game? What's his name?
He's got the scarf.
That's gonna move to Chicago.
What's the
Shit.
Aerosmith?
Yeah, we're smuggling
Steven
him
Tyler
in.
scarf on there.
We're gonna send him on a Spanish ship with some rum.
This isn't Pirates of the Caribbean. Doesn't
Yeah, we're
work.
gonna ship him across the Atlantic. I know, on a sail ship.
All
So
right.
once again, where can people find Biomimic?
We are available on Facebook. We are available on Bandcamp. You can get our EP and download for free there. We also have a webpage at biomimicband.com. And we do have some stuff on YouTube. And that's one thing I wanted to mention is in the next couple of weeks, Max and I are going to do some playthrough videos of our songs and talk about some of the techniques and different, writing styles that we use in our songs. So look out for that.
You guys gotta do those cute videos where you're back to back, just playing.
Shirtless, yeah.
Gotta do it shirtless. Gotta do it shirtless.
Shirtless and pants.
Max's fly may be open. You never know.
Gotta do it in your boxers.
I'll be sure to trim.
Okay. Well, with that, I think it's a good time to say goodnight, and let's hear the Genotype and Legions of Rom songs. Good night,
everybody.
Have a good one.